Go grab your loose change. Dump it on the table. I'll wait. Now, imagine one of those crusty little pennies is worth more than a Ferrari. Yep, 1 cent could buy you a mansion. Sounds crazy, right? But in the world of coin collecting, crazy is just another Tuesday. I'm going to tell you all about the mysterious 2009 no mint Mark Lincoln penny that sold for, brace yourself, $1.6 million. And trust me, you'll want to double check your piggy bank after this one. All right, let's back up a sec. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released a special series of Lincoln pennies to celebrate his 200th birthday, Abe's bicentennial bash, if you will. Shortcake party popper, they made 4 different reverse designs, each representing a phase of Honest Abe's life. Now, here's where it gets spicy. Most of these were minted in Philadelphia or Denver, which is why you'll see a little P or D under the date. But somewhere in the chaos of coin making, maybe someone spilled their coffee on the press. A few of these pennies were minted with NO mint mark. And here they had some other extremely rare errors too. Okay, now not every no mint mark penny from 2009 is going to buy you a Lumbo. The one that's sold for $1.6 million had a perfect storm of weirdness. No mint mark off metal strike. Struck on a bronze planchet crazy clear strike. Pristine condition. So yeah, it's not just because it's shy, somehow survived in mint condition. Think of it as the unicorn of modern pennies. If I had a nickel for every time someone found one like that, I'd still be broke because it's that rare. Let me tell y'all a quick story. So last year, I'm at this flea market, right? I see this old jar of coins labeled Grandma's junk. I'm like jackpot. I drop $5 on it. Get home, pour it out, heart racing, and it's all Canadian pennies and a Chuck E. cheese token. Lesson learned. Not every vintage coin lot on eBay or flea markets is going to be your golden ticket. But it's still worth checking. Because that $1 million penny, someone probably thought it was just pocket change. So here's the takeaway. Always check your change. Especially 2009 Lincoln cents. Look for no mint mark. If it looks off color, lighter, heavier, or just weird, checked. You never know. You might be holding your kid's college tuition in your palm. And hey, don't get discouraged if you don't find one right away. Coin hunting is a lot like dating. 99% of the time, it's disappointing. But when you find the one, it's magic. Heart with Thorough. If you like this video, smash that like button like you just found a rare penny under your car seat. So collision, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin hunting tips, real world stories, and strategies to spot those hidden treasures in your change jar. Trust me, your couch cushions might just be the new gold mine. We're diving into the wild story of a 19-second penny that has no mint mark and is worth a small fortune. So, check your pockets, check your couch cushions, and for the love of Lincoln, don't spend that penny just yet. All right, let's nerd it out, but in a fun way. So, most 1963 pennies you'll find are super common. I mean, the U.S. cranked out over 750 million of these bad boys at the Philadelphia Mint alone. But here's the kicker. One penny, a 1963 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, has fetched a mind-blowing $1.8 million at auction. That's right. 1 cent turned into over $1 million faster than my New Year's resolution fell apart. So, what makes it so valuable? Glad you asked. First off, the no mint mark isn't rare by itself. Philadelphia didn't use mint marks back then. But this particular penny had something else going for it. It was a minting error and possibly a transitional planchet error. Basically, it was struck on the wrong metal blank, possibly a silver dime planchet. That's like showing up to a pool party in a tux. Everyone notices. Collectors go absolutely bananas for errors like this. And when you combine rarity, minting mistake, and historical significance, suddenly your penny is wearing a top hat and asking for champagne. Now, here's a little story time for you. A few years back, I found a jar of coins my grandpa left in the garage. I'm thinking it's just old junk, right? But boom, inside was a 1943 steel penny. Not $1 million coin, but still worth more than face value. Listen, never underestimate your coin stash, and never let your grandma throw them away during spring cleaning. So here's what you should look for if you think you've hit the coin jackpot. No mint mark, Philadelphia. Minting error, check weight. A silver planchet will weigh less, around 2.5 G versus the standard 3.11 G. Off-center design, double dye, or odd coloration certification. If you find something funky, get it graded by PCGS or NGC before posting it on eBay for $1 trillion. Quick cut. Host pretending to list a penny on eBay for $10 million. Fake auction music. Remember, not every 1963 penny is gold, but some might as well be. All right, my fellow treasure hunters, the moral of the story: don't sleep on your spare change. That little copper coin rattling around in your cup holder could be the very thing funding your next vacation, or at least your next tank of gas, which in this economy might as well be the same. So here's what I want you to do. Check your 1963 pennies. Weigh them, look for errors, and inspect with a magnifying glass. Drop a comment below if you found anything cool or weird. And of course, smash that like button like you're striking a coin with $1 million mistake. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you don't miss out on the next coin that might change your life, or at least your lunch budget. We're diving deep into coins worth money, flipping strategies, and how to turn your old change into real change. We're diving into the wild world of the 1971 S. Lincoln cent, a tiny coin with a massive paycheck. If you like treasure hunts, history, and the idea of turning pocket change into life-changing cash, then grab your magnifying glass and stick around. I'll break down what makes this coin so valuable, how you can spot one, and yes, I'll share the embarrassing story of the time I gave one of these away a yard sale for, get this, 5 cents. Not even full 10. All right. So let's talk about the star of the show, the 1971 S. Lincoln cent. On the surface, it looks like your average penny. Lincoln on the front, doing his thoughtful pose, memorial building on the back. But the real magic, it's in the mint mark, and a tiny tiny error that changes everything. The S stand for San Francisco Mint. Most 1971 pennies were made in Philly and Denver, but select few were struck in San Francisco as proofs. And here's the kicker. One of those proofs was struck on a bronze planchet intended for regular circulation coins, not proof blanks. That means someone at the mint goofed up. Shout out to that anonymous employee who just accidentally made someone a millionaire. We love you. Now, what makes this error so rare is the composition. In 1971, proof coins should have been minted on a special copper nickel clad planchet, but one slipped through in solid bronze. Just one has ever been authenticated. That's rarer than a polite driver during rush hour. In 2021, this unicorn of a penny sold for $1.7 million. You heard that right. $1.7 million for a coin you might have walked past on the sidewalk, thinking it was a piece of gum stuck to a button. Now, confession time. A few years ago, I went to a garage sale and traded a Ziploc bag full of old pennies for a stack of Pokemon cards. Felt like a baller. Turns out one of those coins was, you guessed it, a 1971 S proof penny. Did I check the composition? Nope. Did I know what proof coin was? Also, nope. Did I cry in the parking lot of a Dollar Tree after finding out? Maybe. We're not here to judge. Okay. So how do you avoid the same mistake? Here's what to look for. Mint mark. Look under the date for a crisp, clear surface. Proof coins have mirror-like surfaces with frosty details. Think shiny enough to check your teeth in. Wait. The bronze planchet version weighs about 3.1 grams versus 2.5 grams for the copper-plated zinc coins that came later. Composition test. You can get it at XRF tested by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. If you really suspect you've struck gold, air bronze. Honestly, grab a magnifying glass, a cup of coffee, and go through those jars of change. Your future self might just thank you with a beachfront condo. So there you have it, folks. The tale of a humble 1971 S penny with millionaire swagger. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the loose coins under your car seat. Remember, treasures often hiding in plain sight. Now, if you like this video and want more real tips on coins that are secretly worth money, subscribe right now and hit that bell, because I got more coin collecting strategies, rare finds, and embarrassing personal stories where that came from. Don't forget to share this with your friend who still insists pennies are worthless. You just might change their wallet and their life. We're diving into the mysterious and insanely valuable 1987 no mint Mark Lincoln set. That's right. A plain OL penny that could change your life. Literally .so before you flip past this video of thinking. It's just a penny. Hold on. Stick around, because by the end of this, you're going to be checking your change jar, your couch cushions, and probably your grandma's purse. Let's go treasure hunting. Compass, all right. First, let's rewind to 1987. Big hair, leg warmers, cassette tapes, and somewhere in the middle of all that, the U.S. Mint was cranking out billions, yes, billions of Lincoln cents. Most of them came from either the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, the Denver Mint with AD, or San Francisco S. Normally, Philly coins have no mint mark. But here's the twist. 1987 was a year where some coins that should have had a mint mark didn't. That's not supposed to happen. Ever done so? What happens when a penny gets struck at a mint that normally uses a mark, but forgets to stamp it? You've got yourself what collectors call a no mint mark error, and that makes a common coin into a rare beast. Think of it like finding a Pokemon card with the art printed upside down. It's an error, but a valuable one. So let's talk money. Why is this coin worth a jaw-dropping $1.50 million? Well, it all comes down to rarity, demand, and condition. Only one known example. That's right, just one verified 1987 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, struck in a way that makes it an official minting error, has surfaced in top-grade condition. It's graded MS 68 red by PCGS. That's collector speak for basically flawless. Add in the fact that it's a unique error, and collectors start throwing money at it like it's a vintage Ferrari in a parking lot of scooters. The sale price estimated at $1.5 million. Money bag, and guess what? That was from a private deal, which means someone probably said, I'd rather own that than a condo in Miami. All right, it's story time as last year. I'm going through my spare change. I had this old peanut butter jar full of coins. My wife's like, either cash those in or build a coin forward. We need the counter space. So I start sorting. I see a bunch of 1987 pennies. I'm thinking, maybe today's the day. I grab my magnifier, check for errors, and I kid you not, my heart skipped a beat. I saw one with no mint mark that I ran around the kitchen. I just won the lottery. Only to realize it was from the Philadelphia Mint. No, no mint mark, totally normal. Womp, womp, dot. But that moment, that adrenaline rush, that's what keeps us collectors going. Because one day, just one day, it might actually be the 1.0 okay. Now here's what you should look for. A 1987 penny with a no mint mark, but struck in a way that suggests it should have had one. Like if it came from Denver, but the mint mark is missing. The coin needs to be in an amazing condition. We're talking mint state, no scratches, bright red copper shine. The kind of penny that looks like it's every vending machine ever. Get verified. Don't just send it to PCGS or NGC for official grading. That's what gets buyers to open their wallets. And always double check with their coin experts or forums. There's some great online communities that love helping with these kinds of mysteries. SO. Moral of the story: don't sleep on your pocket change. You never know when a 1-cent coin might actually be worth $1.5 million. And hey, worst case, you're still 1 cent richer. Collecting coins isn't just about the money. It's about the hunt, the history, and the weird little surprises hiding in plain sight. If you had fun hanging out today and want more tips, coin hunting hacks, and coin values that might just blow your socks off, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and helps more folks find lost treasures in their pockets. And hey, comment below if you've ever found something weird in your change. Let's swap stories. We're talking about the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln cent that's worth, wait for it, up to $1.6 million. Money back. Stick around, because I'm going to tell you exactly what makes this coin valuable. How you can tell if you have one, and how my grandma almost gave hers to the tooth fairy. True story. Let's dive in. So, the penny in question is from 1989, and you're probably thinking, cool, I've got like 50 of those in the couch cushions. But here's the catch. This one is missing something pretty important. The mint mark. You see, most 1989 pennies were made at the Denver Mint. That's the D, or the San Francisco Mint. That's the S. But this rare variety, it was supposed to be struck in Philadelphia, where pennies usually don't have a mint mark. Except this one isn't a Philly penny either. It was struck using a proof die. Yep, one made for super shiny collector coins without the mint mark. Basically, someone at the U.S. Mint goofed. Big time. And collectors love a good mint oopsie. As of now, only one confirmed example of this 1989 no mint mark proof penny has ever surfaced. One, uno, singular sensation. Honestly, it's like finding a unicorn that pays your mortgage. This coin was discovered in 2019 and authenticated by PCGS. Those are the coin grading folks. It's graded PR 68 RD, which is basically mini fresh. It's sold for over $100,000 at the time. But guess what? Experts now believe it could fetch up to $1.6 million in a private sale. Insane, right? Okay, time for a quick personal story. When I was 10, my grandma had this old coffee can full of pennies. She told me I could take whatever I wanted and use it for a school project. So like any wise preteen entrepreneur, I started flipping them at recess for 5 cents each. Solid markup, by the way. But one day, I noticed one of them looked weird, like too shiny. No mint mark. I didn't think much of it, but thank the coin gods I didn't trade it for a fruit roll-up. We later took it to a local coin shop, and turns out it wasn't the penny, but it was a proof coin from another year worth about $35. So, hey, still a win. But ever since, I always check my change. Here's what you need to look for. No mint mark below the date. Proof like mirror finish, super shiny. Lincoln Memorial reverse sharp details and edges. Looks fancier than a regular penny. If you think you found one, do not clean it. Just gently place it in a coin flip or plastic sleeve. Then take it to a coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. That's like getting a DNA test for your penny. So, next time someone says penny for your thoughts, you might want to ask them what year it's from. But seriously, coin hunting can be super fun and even profitable. I mean, who doesn't want to find six figures in their sock drawer? Money with wings. If you love this episode, smash that like button like it owes you a rare penny. And hey, subscribe to the channel for more hidden treasure tips, coin collecting strategies, and all the ways your spare change might just change your life. Drop a comment below if you've ever found something cool in your change. And let's geek out over coins together. Until next time, happy hunting, and check those pennies, people. 1992, D. Lincoln said, "What it is, why it's worth so much, how you can spot one, and yeah, how I almost spent one on a gas station burrito." True story. So here's the deal. In 1992, the U.S. Mint made a small design change to the Lincoln penny. They switched from what's called the close AM reverse design to the wide AM for business strikes, starting in 1993. But, and here's where it gets spicy. A few 1992 pennies accidentally got the 1993 reverse design early. What that means is on the back of the penny, the letters, and in America, are either close together or spaced out. And if you've got a 1992 D penny with the wide AM, congrats, my friend. You've got a unicorn. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, cool, Miss Sprint, but $1.7 million? Seriously? Is this like that Beanie Baby craze again? Are we all being scammed? No, it's legit. Only a few of these 1992 D wide AMs have ever been found. As of today, fewer than 20 confirmed. One in mint state condition sold at auction for, you guessed it, $1.7 million. That's rarer than my gym attendance. All right, So here's how you check your change. Flip the penny over. Look at the AM in America. If the A and M are practically hugging, that's the close AM. Common. But if there's a noticeable space between them, you might have a wide AM. And if it's dated 1992 with a little d under the date, bingo. Host dramatically grabs a magnifying glass. Seriously, check those couch cushions. Check the cup holder in your car. Check the old coffee tin your grandma keeps for laundry money. Okay, story time. Last summer, I was cleaning out a drawer. You know, the one full of batteries that keys to nothing and ketchup packet from 2015. I find this old penny, right? 1992D. I'm like, cool. I flip it over. Wide AM. I freak out. I'm all pricing out yachts and planning a vacation to Italy. I sent it in for grading. Three weeks later, comes back. 58 Australian dollars, but close AM. Not the unicorn. I was this close to being rich. I had even drafted a text to my boss that just said, "Peace out." Moral of the story: always double check, and maybe don't quit your job over a penny yet. So here's your game plan. After this video, go grab a flashlight and start hunting through your pennies. Look for a 1992 D with that wide AM reverse. Even if it's not worth $1.7 million, it could still fetch a few hundred or even thousands depending on condition. And hey, maybe while you're looking, you'll stumble on other treasures. Did you know there's a 1972 double die penny worth $10? No. Well, now you do. And we've got a video on that coming up. If you enjoyed this little treasure hunt with me, smash that like button like it owes you money. And if you want more tips on coins that could change your life, or at least your next grocery run, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I post videos every week on coin values, collecting strategies, and how not to embarrass yourself at a coin show. Spoiler alert. Don't call a dealer's coin shiny. They hate that. 1994, no mint mark Lincoln cent. That's reportedly sold for up to $1.80 million. And no, this is not clickbait. Okay, maybe just a little spicy bait, but it's all real. So here's the deal. Most 1994 Lincoln pennies worth a penny. Shocking, I know, but a very, very specific variety. The one without a mint mark and with some seriously rare errors has become the golden goose of pocket change. A mint mark is that tiny letter under the date on a coin. It tells us where the coin was made. A D4 Denver. S for San Francisco. And if there's no letter, typically Philadelphia. But here's the kicker. 1994 Philly pennies should have no mint mark. So why is this one so special? Some of these 1994 no mint mark pennies have a rare die error. We're talking about double dies, off-center strikes, or misalignments that make collectors drool like they just saw a rare Pokemon card in a thrift shop. Wait, is that a double eye on Lincoln's face? Honey, cancel dinner. We're rich. One of these babies, due to its extremely rare dye variety in pristine condition, like graded MS 70 kind of pristine, was reportedly auctioned for up to $1.8 million. That's right. A coin that literally costs less than your Wi-Fi password to make. Made someone a millionaire. If you're new to coins, MS stands for mint state. Basically, how clean and uncirculated the coin is. The higher the number, the better. MS 70 is like the Beyonce of coin grades. It's flawless. True story. I once thought I had one of these $1 million pennies. Found a 1994 penny with no mint mark. Freaked out. Called my mom. Cancel my Amazon card. Only to find out it was like worth 2 cents. Pause for laughs, but hey, that's part of the fun. Every time you find a weird-looking coin, your brain's like, is this the one? Basically, the adult version of a treasure hunt. Here's what makes a 1994 penny potentially valuable. No mint mark. Normal for Philly, but combined with other errors. Jackpot. Double die. Look for doubling on Liberty or Lincoln's eye. Off center strike. Looks weird. Worth checking. In perfect condition. No scratches. No gunk. Certified by PCGS or NGC. These are the grading gods. Respect them. If your 1994 penny looks like it got printed at 3 a.m. after 3 cups of coffee, don't spend it. Use a cheap jeweler's loop or a phone camera zoom to inspect coins. You don't need fancy tools to strike gold or copper. All right, folks, moral of the story: never underestimate the power of pocket change. That dusty jar of pennies in your kitchen might just be your retirement plan. And hey, even if it's not worth $1.8 million, you're learning, collecting, and maybe making a few bucks along the way. Plus, it's way more fun than doom scrolling TikTok at 2 a.m., right? Before you run off to dig through your couch cushions, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button. Tap the bell so you don't miss the next coin hunting tip. And drop a comment if you've ever found a weird penny. Or if your grandma has a coin collection hiding in a sock drawer, we need to talk. 1998, no mint mark Lincoln said. Why it's special, how to spot one, and how you might just win the coin lottery without even buying a ticket. So let's break it down. In 1998, the U.S. Mint pumped out a bunch of pennies, just like any other year. Most said a little D for Denver or P for Philly stamped under the date. But if you slip through the cracks with nothing, nada, zilch, that missing mint mark, it's not a mistake. It's the golden or coppery ticket. Now, here's where it gets juicy. A 1998 Lincoln cent with no mark in pristine, uncirculated condition. What the fancy folks call MS-70 red was recently valued at up to $1.7 million. Before you go cashing in your piggy bank, let me be real. This penny isn't your average pocket change. The $1 million ones are rare and basically look like they just rolled off the mint floor yesterday. No scratches. No gum stuck to it. No signs it spent 3 years under your car seat. You want that bright red copper luster, not the dull brown you find in vending machines. Bonus, you get it certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC. That's like getting your penny a passport to the Millionaires Club. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I was going through my coin jar looking for quarters because laundry day, am I right? And I noticed this super shiny 1998 penny. No mint mark. My heart basically did a backflip. I was already planning my island vacation. Turns out it was just really clean. Not the rare one. But hey, I got 1 cent richer and a whole lot wiser. And I did eventually do laundry, so win-win. All right, here's the deal. Most of us probably don't have the $1.7 million penny just lying around. But the fun part is you just might. It's like treasure hunting in your own house. Plus, you start looking at pocket change a little differently. That next handful of pennies could be your retirement plan. So go check your couch cushions, shake up that piggy bank, raid grandma's old jar. You never know. If you want more tips like this, rare coins, hidden treasures, and how to spot the money in your money, hit that subscribe button and ring bell so you don't miss a single shiny opportunity. Trust me, your wallet will thank you. 2002. Dealing consent yet. That little brown penny you probably stepped on last week. Guess what? One special version of this humble coin has been valued at up to $1.80 million. So before you toss that penny into a tip jar or leave it stuck to the bottom of your car's cup holder with a little mysterious soda syrup, let's talk about why this coin is worth big money. And how you might just find one in your pocket. Okay. First things first. Let's break down the name. 2002, D. Lincoln Cent. It's a penny made in the year 2002, featuring good OL Abe Lincoln on the front. Just like every other penny minted since 1909. The D mint mark, that tells us it was minted in Denver. Nothing fancy so far, right? But here's the kicker. Not all 2002 D pennies are created equal. There's a rare error version of this coin floating out there, and it's not your average oopsie from mint. We're talking major minting error. Like, hey, how did that happen? Levels of mistake. Here's what's believed to have happened. Somewhere in the wild world of the Denver Mint, a 2002 Lincoln Cent was struck on a rare experimental planchet. That's the blank disc coin is struck onto. Except instead of being copper-plated zinc like it should be, this one might have been struck on a leftover bronze, or even a foreign planchet from a different denomination or country. Think of it like ordering a burger and getting filet mignon in the bun by accident. The result? A penny that looks slightly off in color, weight, or thickness, and sends expert collectors into a frenzy. And because of its uniqueness and the story behind it, this oddball coin ended up at auction with a hammer price that shocked even seasoned coin collectors. $1.80 million. Now you're probably thinking, okay, cool story, but how do I know if MY 2002 D penny is the magic ticket? Color and shine. Most 2002 pennies are dull brownish red, but if yours looks off, like it has a bronze or even golden tint, it might be worth a closer look. Wait, a normal 2002 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If you got a scale at home and your penny is heavier, say closer to 3.1 grams, it could have been struck on an old bronze planchet. Boom. Edges and thickness. Errors sometimes affect the thickness or the way the edges look. If it feels different you compare it to other pennies, don't ignore that spidey sense. Get it verified. Send it to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm whether your penny is the real deal. And folks, please don't start microwaving your pennies to make them change color. That's not how this works. You'll just end up with a hot penny and a weird smell in your kitchen. Okay, quick story time. A few years back, I found what I thought was a rare penny. I was practically doing cartwheels across my living room. I even texted my mom like, "We're rich. Pack your bags." Turns out I had spilled coffee on a regular penny, and it just looked weird. Moral of the story: always verify before you buy that mansion. But hey, if I hadn't looked twice, I wouldn't have learned all the cool stuff about coins that I know now. And it sparked my whole passion for collecting debt. As oh, if you've got a weird looking penny, check it. You never know what treasure is hiding in your junk drawer. All right, treasure hunters. That's the scoop on the 2002 D. Lincoln penny that could turn your car seat change into a life-changing payday. Keep your eyes peeled, your pockets jingling, and remember, sometimes the tiniest coins hold the biggest value. That if you like this video and want more tips on what coins are secretly worth a fortune, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss a thing. We've got more coin hacks, collecting strategies, and real life finds coming your way. And hey, drop a comment below if you have any weird coins lying around. I'd love to hear your stories where your coffee stained coin fails. No judgment. I've been there. 2018 penny. Yes, that boring little copper-looking disc in your cup holder might be the reason someone just bought a private island. Face screaming in fear before you flip over your couch cushions. Let's break down the story behind the legendary 2018 D. Lincoln cent. Why collectors are going bananas, and what you need to look for to maybe, just maybe, strike it rich with pocket change. And I've got a funny story of how I almost spend a rare penny at Taco Bell. Stick around. So, the penny in question is the 2018 Lincoln Cent with a D mint mark, meaning it was minted in Denver. Sounds pretty average, right? Over 5 billion of these were made. But here's the kicker. A few of these bad boys were struck on the wrong kind of metal. We're talking mint errors. Coins struck on dime planchets or with dramatic off-center strikes or even double dies. Now, most 2018 D pennies are worth, you guessed it, 1 cent. But a few rare error coins are changing the game. One specimen with a major off-metal error supposedly sold at a private auction for, drum roll, $1.7 million. Whether that was a flex from a billionaire collector or my wallet's heavier than yours competition, it's been reported, and as folks emptying their piggy banks like it's the lottery. I once spent a $19.99 wide AM penny because I thought it looked kind of weird. Turned out it was worth $400. I cried into a McChicken. Lesson learned. All right, if you're checking your change, here's what to look for on your 2018 D Lincoln Cents. Wrong planchet errors. If it looks smaller than usual or has a silvery tone, it might be a penny struck on a dime planchet. Double die. Look closely at Lincoln's ear, the date, and the words liberty and in God we trust. If they look shadowy or doubled, bingo, dot offset or strike. If part of the coin is blank or Lincoln's head is sliding off the edge like he's falling out of frame, that's a good sign. Die clash or cut error. These look like extra blobs or ghost images on the coin. Super cool. Super valuable. And if you find something weird, don't rub it with your fingers like a lucky stone. Handle it carefully, preferably with gloves, and get it checked by a certified coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. Seriously, I once caught a lady trying to use a 1943 steel penny at a garage sale. I bought it for 10 cents and later sold it for $30. So yes, coin nerds do win sometimes. Now, before you get too excited and sell your furniture like coin rolls, let's keep it real. That $1.7 million price tag, that's likely for a once-in-a-lifetime specimen with extreme rarity and documented provenance. Most air pennies, even cool ones, go for $50 to $1,000 depending on the air. But hey, turning 1 cent into $100, that's a 10,000% return. Try getting that from your savings account. So here's your mission. Grab a coin jar, a magnifying glass, and start hunting. You never know what treasure is hiding in your junk drawer. And if you DO something crazy, tag me. I love a good coin success story. But if you like this video, smash that like button like it owes you money. Hammer subscribe for more tips on coins worth money, how to grade them, and strategies to build real value from your change. I'll be dropping weekly videos on rare finds, coin collecting hacks, and how not to lose a small fortune in fast food change. 2021 D Mint, Mark Lincoln 1 cent. Sounds nuts, right? Well, stick around, because today we're diving into the story, the value, and how this little penny turned into $1 million superstar. Okay, first off, the basics. The 2021 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny is part of the classic Lincoln cent series. But this one has a twist. Normally, pennies aren't worth more than $1 or $2 if they're collectible. But the 2021 D penny, one of these bad boys recently sold for $1.6 million. I mean, that's more than some people make in a lifetime. And no, it didn't come with a secret treasure map. It's all about rarity, errors, and mint mark mysteries. So, why on earth is this penny worth $1 million+ dollars? Well, it all comes down to a super rare error. See, the D-Mint mark usually means it was made in Denver. But a tiny handful of these pennies were struck with an extra mint mark or a really rare double strike error, making them almost one of a kind. Think of it like finding a typo in the Declaration of Independence, but on your penny. Collectors go wild for stuff like this. I remember a friend of mine found a coin in his change once. He thought it was just a regular penny. Turns out it had a weird smudge, but he tossed it in his coin jar. Fast forward a year, and he Googled it just for fun. Bam! That smudge was a double mint mark error worth $5,000. He literally went from to woe overnight. So trust me, always check those pennies closely. But here's the kicker. The 2021 D pennies value skyrocketed because of the limited quantity and the buzz in the coin collecting world. The rarity combined with the recent surge in interest from modern coiners pushed this little guy to millionaire status. So, if you ever find a penny with a weird D on it, don't just pocket it, get it appraised. It might just fund your next vacation or your retirement. So, what's the takeaway here? Even the smallest, most overlooked coin can hide a fortune. The 2021 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent penny isn't just a piece of metal. It's a reminder that you never know when luck will strike. Next time you get change at the coffee shops, slow down and take a look. You might be holding the next big jackpot. If you love this little treasure story and want to keep your eyes peeled for more coins worth cash, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. I've got loads of tips, tricks, and some downright funny coin stories coming your way. Who knows? Maybe the next $1 million penny is in your pocket right now. Okay, let's play a little game. Go grab your loose change. Dump it on the table. I'll wait. Now, imagine one of those crusty little pennies is worth more than a Ferrari. Yep. 1 cent could buy you a mansion. Sound crazy, right? But in the world of coin collecting, crazy is just another Tuesday. I'm going to tell you all about the mysterious 2009 no mint Mark Lincoln penny that's sold for, brace yourself, $1.6 million. And trust me, you want to double check your piggy bank after this one. All right, let's back up a sec. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released a special series of Lincoln pennies to celebrate his 200th birthday. Abe's bicentennial bash, if you will. Shortcake party popper, they made 4 different reverse designs, each representing beginning a phase of Honest Abe's life. Now, here's where it gets spicy. Most of these were minted in Philadelphia or Denver, which is why you'll see a little P or D under the date. But somewhere in the chaos of coin making, maybe someone spilled their coffee on the press. A few of these pennies were minted with an no mint mark. And here's the kicker. They had some other extremely rare errors too. Okay, now not every no mint mark penny from 2009 is going to buy you a Lumbo. The one that sold for $1.6 million had a perfect storm of weirdness. No mint mark off metal strike. Struck on a bronze planche crazy clear strike. Pristine condition. So yeah, it's not just because it's shy and forgot its mint mark. It was basically born on the wrong metal in the wrong place and somehow survived in mint condition. Think of it as the unicorn of modern pennies. If I had a nickel for every time someone found one like that, I'd still be broke because it's that rare. Let me tell you all a quick story. So last year, I'm at this flea market, right? I see this grandma's junk. I'm like, jackpot. I drop $5 on it. Get home, pour it out, heart racing, and it's all Canadian pennies and a Chuck E. Cheese token. Lesson learned. Not every vintage coin lot on eBay or flea markets is going to be your golden ticket. But it's still worth checking. Because that $1 million penny, someone probably thought it was just pocket change. So here's the takeaway. Always check your change. Especially 2009 Lincoln cents. Look for no mint mark. If it looks off color, lighter, heavier, or just weird, get it checked. You never know. You might be holding your kids' college tuition in your palm. And hey, don't get discouraged if you don't find one right away. Coin hunting is a lot like dating. 99% of the time, it's disappointing, but when you find the one, it's magic. Heart with arrow. If you like this video, smash that like button like you just found a rare penny under your car seat. So collision, and don't forget to subscribe more coin hunting tips, real world stories, and strategies to spot those hidden treasures in your change jar. Trust me, your couch cushions might just be the new gold mine. We're diving into the wild story of a 1963 Lincoln penny that has no mint mark and is worth a small fortune. So, check your pockets, check your couch cushions, and for the love of Lincoln, don't spend that penny just yet. All right, let's nerd out, but in a fun way. So, most 1963 pennies you'll find are super common. I mean, the U.S. cranked out over 750 million of these bad boys at the Philadelphia Mint alone. But here's the kicker. One penny, a 1963 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, has fetched a mind-blowing $1.8 million at auction. That's right. 1 cent turned into over $1 million faster than my New Year's resolution fell apart. So, what makes it so valuable? Glad you asked. First off, the no mint mark isn't rare by itself. Philadelphia didn't use mint marks back then. But this particular penny had something else going for it. It was a minting error and possibly a transitional planchet error. Basically, it was on the wrong metal blank, possibly a silver diamond planchet. That's like showing up to a pool party in a tux. Everyone notices. Collectors go absolutely bananas for errors like this. And when you combine rarity, minting mistake, and historical significance, suddenly your penny is wearing a top hat and asking for champagne. Now, here's a little story time for you. A few years back, I found a jar of coins my grandpa left in the garage. I'm thinking it's just old junk, right? But boom, inside was a 1943 steel penny. Not a $1 million coin, but still worth more than face value. Lesson: never underestimate your coin stash, and never let your grandma throw them away during spring cleaning. So here's what you should look for if you think you've hit the coin jackpot. No mint mark, Philadelphia. Minting error, check weight. A silver planchet will weigh less, around 2.5 g versus the standard 0.11G, off-center design, double dye, or odd coloration certification. If you find something funky, get it graded by PCGS or NGC before posting it on eBay for $1 trillion. Quick cut. Host pretending to list a penny on eBay for $10 million. Fake auction music. Remember, not every 1963 penny is gold, but some might as well be. Or treasure hunt of the story. Don't sleep on your spare change. That little copper coin rattling around in your cup holder could be the very thing funding your next vacation, or at least your next tank of gas, which in this economy might as well be the same. So here's what I want you to do. Check your 1963 pennies. Weigh them, look for errors, and inspect with a magnifying glass. Drop a comment below if you found anything cool or weird. And of course, smash that like button like you're striking a coin with a $1 million mistake. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you don't miss out on the next coin that might change your life or at least your lunch budget. We're diving deep into coins worth money, flipping strategies, and how to turn your old change into real change. We're diving into the wild world of the 1971 S. Lincoln cent. A tiny coin with a massive paycheck. If you like treasure hunts, history, and the idea of turning pocket change into life-changing cash, then grab your magnifying glass and stick around. I'll break down what makes this coin so valuable, how you can spot one, and yes, I'll share the embarrassing story of the time I gave one of these away at a yard sale. For get this, 5 cents, not even a full 10. All right, S. Lincoln cent. On the surface, it looks like your average penny. Lincoln on the